And you are looking live with another episode of the Let's Not Do This podcast. It is Thursday, February 22nd, the year of our Lord, 2024. Two wise men are here, and one very unwise man is on his way late as usual. Late like his rent, late like his paternity test, late like a lot of things. Chris Green will be doing this later. Scotty, too hot.
Good. Chris forgot we don't have the studio anymore.
Yeah, he probably is driving there right now. And actually, I'm hoping that, like Mr. Burns, they're sicking the hounds on him.
Yeah.
Do you think the studio owner would sick the hounds on Chris?
Do I think what?
Do you think the studio owner would release the hounds on him?
I think he's nicer than that, but who knows?
Well, you catch him every day. You never know. He doesn't really have like hounds. There's like one very nice dog, but maybe the smell of Chris will bring back memories and cause her to bite.
Maybe it's very possible.
It's never out of the realm of ordinary. And Ryan continues to be on his sabbatical. I think he was in Mauritania last episode. I think I saw him on the last episode of the Grand Tour on Amazon. He was driving one of those very shitty broke down cars in Mauritania, and he was looking for oil. So Ryan, assalamu alaikum. So alaikum salam. Whatever you got going on out there, go with God. Scotty, how are you, sir?
Pretty good. Just hoping none of our 7 viewers have AT&T. Did you hear about that?
Did that screw you up this morning?
I don't have AT&T.
Ah, okay. What no. Consumer Cellular or something?
I have Verizon, sir.
Ooh.
Yeah. Did you see have you seen the photo of, I guess, everybody piling up outside the AT&T store, and it shows one of the employees, and he just has his hands like what do you want me to do?
What do you want me to do, bro? I'm making $7.85 an hour working at this AT&T store. You want me to fix the goddamn solar flares?
Maybe that's like. Say it again.
Do you think it was a solar flare that caused the issue?
I have no idea. Is that what they're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. A solar flare. Listen. This, along with the Taylor Swift conspiracy, this is another government psyop. This is the opening salvo from the aliens. All right. They're on the dark side of the moon, a la Pink Floyd, and they have fired some sort of ray beam protractor kind of thing. They want to see what happens when they take the phones down, okay? And obviously, we were freaking out. We went to Twitter. We went to MySpace. We went to whatever. We were freaking out this morning. The aliens know this is a vulnerability. Next time, they're taking the whole thing down. And that's when they're coming, like that Tom Cruise War of the Worlds movie. And then we're all dead. And you'll probably be an alien sex slave.
Hey, man, at least I'm alive. So they started with. So they were like, we're just going to start with the. So they're going to start with the third best cellular provider, not to make too much of a stir.
Yeah, well, no, it was everyone. T-Mobile had it. Verizon. AT&T. Well, I mean, you might have been you got like that gold tier credit score with them, the people that have had their phone turned off like 19 times in the last 4 months, they're probably the ones that went down,
Maybe that's what happened to Chris. He's got AT&T.
Oh, I'm sure.
Nobody ever calls him, so he doesn't know he doesn't have service.
Yeah. He goes like 6 months without the phone being on. He just doesn't know. They don't accept bits of string for purchase anymore. So yeah, he just has no idea. So
yeah.
But all right, well, hopefully I think they've gotten that figured out. And when the aliens do come, I'm going to be a collaborator. You know how like sometimes when a country gets taken over, you have those people that like work with the aggressors in the new government. That's going to be me with the aliens. You can just go ahead and appoint me like human liaison to extraterrestrial affairs. A fancy word for alien executioner, because I'm just going to be like rounding up people. You know what I mean? So
no, I don't.
Watch out, South America! I'm coming for you, Uruguay.
Clip that.
They don't have telephones and internet there. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah.
Well, South America somewhere they do.
Yeah,
I
well,
think.
there is a lot of coke money there. I've been listening to a lot of narco documentaries, so we'll figure it out. Well, we got a loaded show. We got a lot of things to talk about. We got some college football news. There is a 12-team playoff now. The college football video game is coming back. You can see people's penises now in Major League Baseball. And we got some more food that's going to kill you in terms of the fast food variety. And AI is costing airlines a lot of money. So we got a lot of things to get to. Plus, there are some people that need to be dealt with. And speaking of people
Yeah.
need to be dealt with, this loser right here eating 3-week-old beefaroni. What is that? Is that
Pizza. Yeah.
Is that from Domino's?
No.
Well, the Domino's sponsorship that you have behind you then really was all for that. Chris, how are you, sir?
I just got off work. Doing all right.
You been fired yet?
No. They keep giving me more money.
That's why America's going down the toilet. All right, so we were just setting the table here. We got a lot of fun things to talk about, including there's a group of people that need to be dealt with. Our episode header is reflecting them, and I will get to them a little bit later on in the show. But the thing I open up with here is college football. The EA Sports, the college football video game. Was it going to be College Football 25? I think it's called now. It's coming out, I think, July. It's going to be the release. We saw the schools, every school posting their thing saying they're in the game. I saw NC State. I saw Virginia. Don't know if Virginia is going to be a FBS or FCS team in the game. Not quite sure yet, but they're in the game. So we got that going for us.
They're getting $600 too, or they just get like a coupon to like Bojangles or something?
Racing Canes, okay, is more of a Charlottesville thing, sir. But yeah, so Scotty hit the nail on the head there. The players that are opting in apparently are getting $600 for their name, image, and likeness, and they're getting a copy of the video game. And then apparently some other players, more upper echelon college football players, are going to get some marketing deals with EA Sports, to promote the game. Is this all? Is this why we didn't have a game for 10, 11 years? All was $600 and a copy of the goddamn game? We couldn't figure this out?
It's a lot of there's a lot of players in Division I football, so
and the NCAA are cheap pieces of shit, like everybody knows.
Correct.
But yeah, they could have did this a long time ago, and we still would have had NCAA.
Dude, we would have had NCAA football. We would have remember the college basketball game?
Yeah.
There was even the NCAA baseball game at one point, and that went away. But all it took was $600, and we probably wouldn't have been to this point if we didn't have NIL. That's kind of what started this whole thing and got everything going. But, I mean, like, if you're the second string left tackle at Ball State, you're getting $600 and a free copy of the game. It's pretty fucking good.
Oh, yeah. Do you think Ed O'Bannon is happy with this result?
Oh, what makes me happy is that Ed O'Bannon is probably not getting a fucking dime from this. And that makes me very, very happy.
Yeah, I just hope so it's using the same game engine as Madden, but it has a different team on it. I just hope the gameplay is a lot different than Madden, because Madden's gone downhill. Sorry, teenage years.
I want to ask you that because I have no idea. I'm not a big gamer. You guys game more than I do. And I have no friends, which is reflected by why I'm doing this show with you two. But when I play these games, I play against the console. I don't do the dynasty and all that shit. No. What's wrong with Madden? What's wrong with all this stuff? Like, what I see everyone saying the same thing that you said. But like, if I'm just playing Ball State versus Toledo,
well, see, in Madden, they've kind of forgotten about franchise mode, and they're trying to build it back up now because they've had a lot of people complain about it. And but college, they can't like forget about the dynasty, because that's what the game is basically. But it's basically money. That's why there's no like franchise mode is trash. Like it's less detailed now than it was probably the last time you played it.
So what can you do in franchise mode in like college? Like recruit and stuff?
The last time I played it, yeah, you can recruit and I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but you can get like they have 4 stars, 5 stars, 3 stars, all that. I think they give you a certain amount of points you can use. I don't know. It's been a while.
So you can prove that you are a better recruiter than Tony Elliott at Virginia. Number one. Number two, did you get like a bag man? Like remember when Jeremy Pruitt was at Tennessee and like they were handing recruits McDonald's bags of like cash? Like can you do that like on the video game?
I hope so.
Yeah, and remember they had like Orange Pride at Tennessee. It was like the girls who were like a part of the football program who allegedly were like begging recruits. Can I put that in the game? Because that would be great.
That would be great.
Hey, baby, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you.
It's in the game.
San Jose State. All of a sudden, like Leon's got 5-star players coming to San Jose State. What happened? Oh, they're turning tricks out there.
I'm going to create VCU.
Oh, so you have a team of weird art kids with 1.7 GPAs and blue hair?
And we're going to beat Alabama, yep.
They'll still beat Virginia, probably.
Yeah, my quarterback's going to be named Thad or something like that.
No. More of a Richard name. For VCU, his name would be like Copernicus, but like with the K. And he would have a SoundCloud link. He would be a SoundCloud rapper driving Uber with blue hair. Welcome to VCU. Stop me when I lie.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Chris, your eating is very distracting. It looks like you're like performing in something on a gentleman over there.
It's just the pizza, I promise.
Could be the case. We don't need to see him duck out of the room. Like, was it Nick Saban a couple years ago had a shirtless guy? Urban Meyer had a shirtless guy in the background of like a press thing he was doing. Yeah.
And he hit a bong.
He hit a bong?
He did. Yeah, because you see his eyes like dart up and he's like he like goes like this, and then you hear like somebody taking a hit of a bong. Or a pole or whatever you guys call it. I don't know. I don't do that shit.
Urban Meyer, real American. He's sticking his hand down girls' pants. He's hitting bongs. He's passing out on the sideline and eating pizza after games. He's kicking kickers. He's a real American.
He was made for Ohio.
Pretty much. You have the Ohio State University, him, and they're just made for each other. It's a match made in heaven. Yeah. Are you guys
Ohio? It's all the same.
Say it again.
Are you going to buy a new football game?
Yeah, I'll buy it.
Chris, are you going to bootleg it?
No, if Gavin wants it, I'll get it. But
I'm sure you have like a South Korean version of Temu where you'll get NCAA football, FUTBOL 2023 on. And it'll be like.
Isn't it Temu? Didn't we learn that at the Super Bowl?
I have no idea. I just know that your credit card's going to get stolen if you go there.
It was on like 7 different commercials.
I have a PS5 that I don't play, so I got to buy something. So if it comes out, I'll buy it.
You want to hear
play it?
You see this guy flexing? Some people go, I got Maserati. Some people go, I got a Ferrari. This guy goes, I got a
PS5.
There's a PS5 in my house. It's not mine.
I have a PS4 that probably has like a bigger layer of dust than like the Great Pyramids on them right now. Yeah. Which, by the way, Chris, I love that you're drinking what looks like a lukewarm Gatorade Zero.
Out of the fridge.
In my glass right here, it was Heaven Hill Bald and Bond Bourbon, which I've drank. The ice is melted, and I have poured Pabst Blue Ribbon into this glass. So I'm being very classy over here tonight. I'm going to call this a Kentucky Sidewinder. It's going to be the name of this drink. And why it's a Kentucky Sidewinder, I don't know. But it's more successful.
What are you drinking, Scotty?
John Calipari is right
now. Some Kentucky bourbon stout. I forget the brand. I ran out of Stella. So
decent company. All right.
Well, speaking of drinking, We got invited to Feisty Friday tomorrow. So
What is that? Who is we and what is that?
I'll let you off the air. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, speaking of football, the NCAA approved the 12-team playoff, and so now we have a 5-7 model. So the 5 highest conference champions automatically make the playoff, plus 7 at-large teams. Would have been 6-6, but the Pac-12 is no more, as we know. We can't really have Oregon State and Washington State just play each other to get into the championship, which would be great, by the way, but we don't have that. Guys, I'll ask you this. What do you guys think? And then there's talk already before this even starts this fall that we're going to go to 14 teams, that they want to go to 14. What do you guys think about this?
Why 14? Why not? What's wrong with 12?
Money.
Yeah, money. Couple more games. I think 12 is the natural starting point. We'll see if it works. You bump it to 14. Eventually, 14 is probably going to become 16 or 20. I think is what it's eventually going to get up to.
How many are in the FCS?
I want to say around 20. Which I think is the same for divisions too. Do you guys think
JMU is going to be in next year? It's going to be great.
They could be highest ranked group of 5 team. They could get in there. Do you think
eventually might be Liberty?
What's that?
So it might be Liberty.
Could be Liberty. Could be UAB. Trent Dilfer's Blazers supposed to be pretty good next year.
That's the only thing I like about it going to 12. I wish it would have went to 6 or 8 because the 12th team is not ever going to have a shot at winning the title. But I like that one little guy is going to get in every year, so I do like that.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. You got time to game plan. If you have a quarterback that melts down, turns the ball over, or you have an offense, somebody like Army that just runs the ball, controls the ball the whole game, limits possessions. You never know. They said that 16 would never beat a 1, but Chris Green somehow, some way survived that day. So,
Speaking of which, how about them Hokies?
Oh, Jesus. Are you talking
smack? Beat the brakes, 74-51.
How about a basketball game from a week ago?
We didn't do a podcast last week.
It's all news now. But yes, that was
y'all were talking shit when UVA was up by like 8 points when it was in Charlottesville.
I was Chris, your eating is very distracting. Jesus.
I'm hungry, man.
Leon has like an eating radar.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. I'm gonna go back and watch this later and like dissect like every bite. Like your bite pattern is probably like all jacked up. He's like biting at the wrong angle and stuff. You're not chewing enough before you swallow. You're gonna choke. Like an old Jewish mother, I'm just looking out for you.
What?
You need someone to look out for you.
That might be racist.
I do.
I'm an honorary member of the tribe. Kyrie told me. It's okay. Yeah. Transitioning away from that, something that Chris I know is excited for is baseball is about to start. And I don't know if you guys have seen this, but they got new uniforms in Major League Baseball. I guess Majestic was doing it before, I think. And now it
was Majestic.
And Fanatics, it's Majestic. The people like Chris, it's really Majestic, especially the pants that apparently are see-through right now. And I forget the point.
Are you bringing it up?
But I don't have it in front of me. If you can bring it up.
You were bringing it up.
I don't have that in front of me. If you can bring it up. But I sent you guys in our group text earlier. There was a player, unless it was a Dodger, that was sitting for a publicity photo. And, I mean, literally, you could see balls through these. That's a problem. Do you remember the are you bringing it up, Scotty?
I'm trying to find it.
Okay, hold on. I'll have to find it here. Do you remember the Cubs mascot? What was his name? Clark, a few years ago. And it was like a cartoon bear. And he's got a Cubs jersey but no pants. and somebody did like a Photoshop, and he had like a giant schlong hanging out, and they got somehow it was sprayed out in the air. That's what I immediately thought about when I saw these pants in this picture. They're really, really bad.
More like these nuts. All right, I found it.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and put that up there. Just try to contain yourself.
I have not seen the picture. Work, so
there we go.
You see it? All right. Can I zoom in on this?
Those are balls.
Like,
that's hilarious.
They put this picture out.
Yeah,
They don't have an editor, or
this picture was put out.
That's
every count.
hilarious.
Every count starts with 2 balls now.
Albeit, I'm just saying, he is a San Francisco Giant. Maybe they're marketing to their demographic. I'm just saying, maybe it works there. Good for them. That's great. But yeah.
Yeah.
Those, I need you to not zoom in.
You're gonna get us kicked off YouTube.
You found this.
Well, I saw it come across the tweeting spaces. And at first, I thought it was a Photoshop. It had to.
They put this out. I'm not getting us canceled.
Yeah, it's balls.
Yeah, and they have like this little emoji here. I don't know. This is ridiculous. With the Chevrolet, yeah,
a lot
going on.
They can't play a whole season like this, right? If you're Chevrolet, you got the uniform sponsorship on the sleeve there. You can't really have guys running around with their donger and balls hanging out here. And like, hey, by the way, buy a Chevrolet Silverado, free set of. You know what? You get those little nuts that hang on the back of pickup trucks.
Dude, that's exactly what I thought when I saw it.
Maybe it's a marketing scheme by Chevy.
Just have them hanging off the bat.
Yes. You go to the plate, you got a couple of nuts hanging off the bat there. You know? Yeah. Gives a whole new meaning to the term double, right?
and Casey at the bat.
Like that guy's mom is going to watch him play. He's got like nuts hanging out.
His mom knows. She's seen it.
Not good. They can't play a whole season like this, right?
All right, enough of that. Do you want to stay with this view, or
no?
Notice how Chris is putting stuff toward his mouth as the balls were on the screen. I just want to put that out there. Did it excite you?
How many pieces did you buy? Jeez.
He's eating a whole pizza.
A whole pizza.
You're going to eat a whole pizza in one sitting.
No, probably done after this one. This is number 5.
I should have had a little slice count, like in the bottom right. I didn't know that this was happening. This was impromptu. Well, you know what, Chris? Before I'm going to skip around a bit today. There was a story that transitions perfectly to this now. Scotty and I were talking before you got on. I don't know if you've seen this, but KFC, they're in the same company as Pizza Hut. They have the I'm going to pronounce it wrong. It's the Chiza or something. I don't know, but it's a pizza, and it combines pizza with fried chicken. Let's see if I can get this thing to pull up here. Give me 1 second. I'll share my screen.
I'm intrigued.
There's nothing terrible on my screens.
Told you he would like it.
All right. Can we see this on the screen here?
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, this is the Chizza, Chizza, and it is a fried chicken breast that has marinara sauce, mozzarella cheese, and pepperoni on it as well. Are you going to eat this?
No. I was hoping it would be like a whole, like flattened out fried chicken thing for the crust, not just that. Well, this is disappointing, and the cheese isn't even melted. It doesn't even look good.
Remember, the picture does not look good.
Remember, KFC had the double down before.
It was delicious.
Yeah,
the greatest sandwich of all time.
It's like somebody smoked a bowl and was like, "Hey, you know what? Let's take the double down and let's just throw whatever leftover shit Pizza Hut has on top of this. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's charge some fat fuck $10.99, and there we go.
Well, Yum Brands does own Taco Bell as well. It is the official brand of the Stoners, so why not?
People wonder why, like, America is fat. Oh, we're getting a pop-up ad here for people.
Hey, Blake Lively.
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put in Chris.
Shout out to Taylor Swift for bringing her to the Super Bowl.
I was going to subscribe.
Yes, thank you.
I had no idea what ladies were. I thought Chris's favorite person would be this blue hair who probably goes to VCU in the lower right-hand corner of the she definitely out of art history.
Maybe.
In 5 seconds, your targeted Grindr ad's going to pop up.
Oh, so all right. So next week, I need one of you to eat this on the air, or to post a review.
Is it out?
It comes out on the 26th, so in just a couple of days. It's going to be at nationwide locations. Apparently, it was introduced in the Philippines in 2015 before going to Germany, Mexico, and beyond. Trying to see if it has a price on this right now.
I mean, I'll get it.
My KFC will be out of it, guaranteed. The one by me.
Yeah. The KFCs in our area are pretty trash.
Yeah, I haven't been to one in years, so I don't even know.
Isn't all KFCs trash? Pretty much that.
Yeah, they like to run out of chicken around 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yep.
Well, you know, when you're making $6.74 an hour, you're not really going to care too much.
Yeah, you don't care.
I'll be 15 in a couple of years, right?
Jesus Christ. Yep. I can't remember the last time I had KFC.
Anyways, yeah, let's not get into that. My bad.
In my fast food chicken
let's not do this.
Yeah.
In my fast food chicken rankings, KFC doesn't even register. Like if I'm getting chicken, well, that's another slice.
It used to.
Number 6.
He tried to wait till we were both talking to try to act like he wouldn't notice.
That's at least 6 slices.
I said number 6.
What?
6.
Jesus. I'm fat if you eat 6 slices of pizza.
I worked 10 hours today. I don't care.
Well, you know, hopefully you relieved a lot of men's suffering today at work. So you definitely earned it. All right. Well, transitioning away from that, Scotty, we don't really have a lot of sports stuff to touch on this week. Scotty, you had something you wanted to get to sports-wise, wasn't it?
Did I? I know the NFL.
Oh, Justin Fields. You were telling me about Justin Fields before we went on the air here.
Yeah, so since we didn't have a podcast last week, first of all, let's congratulate the Chiefs. We all had the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl. And it actually happened, which is pretty shocking for us.
Yeah.
And a very profitable Super Bowl hit, just about every bet. But yeah, so now we're hitting the off season here, and if you were the Bears, what are you doing with the number 1 pick and with Justin Fields? Because now Justin Fields, he's I guess unfollowed the Bears on Instagram, so everybody's reading into that. Which whatever, I don't care about that. But yeah, what do you do? Do you trade Fields or do you keep him? Do you draft Caleb Williams?
I saw a proposal where Mike Tannenbaum, apparently former Jets GM, apparently was like trade the number 1 pick to the Giants for the 1 this year, I think the 1 next year, the 2 this year, the 2 next year, and Kayvon Thibodeau. And I love one of the first comments under it was, and this is why you're no longer an NFL GM.
Yeah.
Completely stupid if you were to be the Giants to try to move up and make this deal. If I'm Chicago, I know Caleb Williams is supposed to be the guy. For some odd reason, I'm not in love with him. Maybe it's an attitude standpoint. Maybe he didn't really win anything at SC. Now I get a lot of that's Lincoln Riley, and a lot of that's their terrible defense that they've had. Well, I don't know. I don't want to stake my claim to him, and I feel like Justin Fields has a talent. I feel like he's a good quarterback. If he can stay healthy, he just hasn't been put in the right offensive system. And I feel like it's too early to cut bait on him. And if you're the Bears, you're probably going to suck next year anyway. So reload and see what comes out in the quarterback class next year. Because what I don't want to do is take a guy like Williams and be saddled with him, or trade down and then reach higher than I should for Caleb May or something like that, who I feel is going to be Drake May, excuse me, who I feel is going to be, Mitch Trubisky 2.0. So yeah, if I'm Chicago, I'm keeping the pick, and I'm upgrading the offensive line or getting some help at wide receiver. Marvin Harrison Jr. would look mighty good in Chicago Bear blue and orange.
Yeah, the problem with what you just said is they still have Matt Eberflus as the coach. Their offense is going to be exactly the same. It's going to be the same.
Loud shit.
It's going to be the same philosophy, and that has not. Justin Fields has not done well there. So Justin Fields deserves a fresh start, so we can actually see if he's any good. And they're going to draft Caleb Williams, and they're going to be terrible like they have been for the last 20 years.
Yeah, I think I would draft Caleb Williams too and trade Justin Fields. Unless they're not crazy about Caleb Williams, and you just trade that pick and get that haul you're going to get. But yeah, I mean, Justin Fields has been there, and they have to. If they keep him another year and he's kind of like you don't know, then you have to make that decision on whether you're going to pay him or not. I mean, like I said, he's been there. It hasn't worked out. I think so.
Yeah.
Either 3 or 4.
Somewhere around there.
But, I mean, you can't be just left in limbo again. So I just say go ahead, draft Caleb Williams, get that rookie contract, and get all them picks for Justin Fields. And then
you're going to get maybe a second for Fields?
Second and a fourth, I think. A second and a fourth, I think they said. But yeah, and a lot of NFL teams don't like their quarterback class coming out next year.
That is true. I read that they're not in love with the class next year. And I know, you talk about Fields, you talk about suitors. A lot of people had them looking at Pittsburgh, but as far as I know, I think Pittsburgh said they weren't interested in bringing in a veteran quarterback to compete with, was it Rudolph and Pickett next year?
I thought they were linked to Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I've heard his name bantered about, but I've also seen things where they said they're not interested in bringing in a veteran because Cousins have been mentioned there as a possibility too. So I don't know. I mean, like if you're Chicago, where do you move Fields? Who would take Justin Fields right now?
Steelers or Falcons? Probably. Those are the two that he's
Patriots.
In.
He would be really good in Atlanta.
Maybe Patriots.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Send him to Washington.
I think
no.
I think we're going to end up with Drake May. That's just my feeling.
You'll have 2 overrated Carolina quarterbacks on your roster. And
well, you're an NC State guy, so you don't count.
Are you in love with your quarterback?
No, I mean they really haven't made any of the moves I wanted them to make, but I'm also not a GM or a scout or any of that. So what the hell do I know?
Hey, I can be objective when it comes to Carolina guys. I really liked the linebacker that Washington had. Was it Holcomb? That was Tar Heel before the Pittsburgh. He had the neck injury last year. That guy plays hard. I used to look at him like he was a healthy Leighton Vander Esch. Now with the neck injury, maybe not so much. Maybe their careers are starting to mirror each other a little bit there. But no, I really like him. I can be objective to guys that are Tar Heels. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of smarter people than me that like Drake May and some that don't like him. So, I mean, I don't know. Guess we'll have to see. And I think it's either him or Jaden Daniels. I think we're drafting somebody.
Chris, you were
I'd rather Daniels.
When Barstool was on Comedy Central and they were at the Super Bowl, I want to say it was in Houston. It might have been in the Atlanta. Was that in Houston? The Atlanta New Orleans year? The 28-3, was that game in Houston? I mean, the Atlanta, New Orleans. The Atlanta, New England year, was that in Houston?
I have no idea.
You're asking the wrong person.
But anyway, when Barstool was there and when America first it was introduced to Glenny Balls. And on the set behind everyone talking, Glenny Balls was in a van, and his fat ass was just hanging out the window, and he had like one of those Sam's Club size thing of Cheetos, and he was just like the corn, like just he had nothing to contribute. Just the entire time they had him eating. This is you right now.
You said the Patriots and Falcons?
Yeah,
Super Bowl? It was in Atlanta.
That game was in Atlanta?
Yeah, that's what it says.
No, the first Super Bowl with a team that was in the host city was during the pandemic when Tampa Bay won the Super Bowl. They were the first team to win in their own stadium.
Well, yeah, because
First
the
team to
Falcons
win.
didn't win.
Falcons didn't win.
I don't think. All right, now I'm going to look that up now.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
It was?
Yeah. Go ahead and look it up there so you can be wrong on camera.
Well, you know, I said it with conviction, which is the most important thing. I'm gonna look this thing up here. Super Bowl LI. Let's see here. This game was in. The coin toss was President Bush. There's no way that was in Atlanta. The deceased President Bush, the H.W. Bush. It was NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. I see it. I got it right here.
Oh, yeah. You're right. I typed in Falcons Patriots, and it brought up the Patriots Rams Super Bowl.
Idiota. Yeah, I got it right
This
there.
is why you don't switch to Apple products.
Zoom in and see that there. But yeah, my memory is fantastic. But yeah, I remember that, and I think they were on Comedy Central then, very, very briefly. But yeah, you're like our own Glenny Balls. Is this slice number 8 now?
Yeah, this is the end.
So this is much
It's like the bottled water challenge that he did.
Oh yeah, the results will be very similar.
Yep.
Very similar.
No, I'm used to this. This is normal.
The plumbing in Chris's county, like what I might as well call like the sewage people in his county right now and put them on like high alert. That there's going to be a tsunami of shit coming. Which, by the way, that could be an episode title: "Tsunami of Shit."
This is fine.
All right. Well, one thing is, I see that. God damn it, we're at the 37-minute mark here. Scotty,
We've talked about nothing.
Yeah, we have absolutely. Talked about nothing. I know you guys don't have any picks, but I'm going to give a couple picks that we can go to.
Oh, I put a pick down today. I got a pick.
Okay, you got a pick. Go ahead and go with your pick.
All right. So since ESPN gave me that free $10 bet today, I got Luka over PAR 50.5 and parlayed that with a Mavericks win against Phoenix tonight.
Okay.
So I am. I guess I'll just go with the picks I made tonight. Then I'm actually on the Mavs -1.5.
Okay. Against.
The Suns. Mavs are at home. They're really good at home. And I saw a promotion for on one of the sports books for the Suns to win, so I'm fading that.
Okay. You got 2 more?
No.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, I just got picks that I made tonight. I don't like making them as picks because they were rushed. But
no worries. You go with that one. I have 3. I have 3 here. I am going with Saturday, the defending MLS champion Columbus Crew at home taking on Atlanta United. I got the Crew win straight up. That's -160 on ESPN Bet right now. 6 Nations, rugby, England, Scotland, huge matchup there. England, little nicked up. Scotland's playing really well right now, but England historically has dominated this matchup. I'm going to take England +160 over Scotland, 6 Nations on Saturday morning. And then tomorrow evening, 5 o'clock, first pitch, a little college baseball action. East Carolina making a trip to Chapel Hill to take on UNC. I like the Tar Heels to win the series, but I think the Pirates steal the opening matchup tomorrow night. I'm taking East Carolina +105 in Chapel Hill. Pirates are tough, and they're going to make a lot of noise in college baseball this year, in my opinion. So I'm going with East Carolina plus 105 there.
Are they down? Because UNC's not very good at baseball, are they?
No, Carolina's actually a pretty decent baseball team. I hate to give them credit for anything, much less hate to see them exist. But they're actually a pretty decent baseball program. But you parlay those three things together, you're looking at plus 766. So
don't parlay those.
Yeah, stop parlaying stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, my other picks tonight were Purdue minus 14.5, but that game's already started, and the live line's at 17.5. But
against
Rutgers,
I don't know if that's fair. Yeah, at home against Rutgers.
Yeah.
Purdue coming off a loss to Ohio State. So I'm thinking they're going to bounce back. And then I also have Minnesota minus 3 versus the Ohio State team I just mentioned. They kind of reverse bounce back. They just upset Purdue. Now they're going on the road to Minnesota, who's the best team against the spread this year in college basketball. And it's only 3 points. So, yeah, give me that.
Did make a little money yesterday off Penn State with the upset win over Illinois at home, playing in their old gym, little small gym that's on campus there at Penn State, not the Bryce Gordon Center or whatever it is. It was the fair, pretty much just students, season ticket holders. They actually had a decent crowd that actually made some noise. It's Penn State basketball. Like, who cares about Penn State basketball? Some places like that need to play in a smaller building. I like NC State. PNC is too big. I like it when State plays that 1 or 2 games a year early in the year at the Reynolds Coliseum where the women play. And as Carolina's head coach, women's head coach said, it's a small gym. But she's yet to win in that small gym since saying that. And they packed that place for women's basketball. It's smaller, a little bit more intimate. I think it's loud. I think sometimes you got to know your venue. You can have a venue that's too big for you. I think NC State has it right now with PNC, especially given the apathy for that basketball program right now. But I digress.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, we're not good. We're not good. Hey, but hey, we're looking forward to football, baby. Spring games coming up in April. Let's go, Pack. Make that trip out to Cal and see them play those dirty hippies from Cal. It'll be great. All right, so transitioning away from sports stuff here, Scotty, you had a story about AI run amok with the airline and costing a little bit of money?
Yeah, so let me pull it up. But basically, pull it up here.
That's what she said.
That is what she said.
To Chris, but she still hasn't found it.
All right, so we have a Air Canada. This lady was trying to buy a ticket, but she wasn't sure if she was going to be able to make the trip or not. So she went on Air Canada's website, and they had a chatbot, an AI chatbot. She asked the chatbot what she should do. The chatbot told her to buy a ticket, and as long as she asks for a refund in 90 days, she'll get a full refund. That policy is wrong. The chatbot lied to her. So it ended up, I think it went to like court or something, and they offered her like $200, and she said no, and she ended up getting a full refund because of the chatbot gave incorrect information.
I love that she had $200 offered to her, and the people that were on the flight that had the maggots. I don't know if y'all saw the story last week. There were maggots because somebody had rotten fish in an overhead compartment and one in their bag, and it had maggots. And maggots were raining down on people. And those people were offered like a $30 meal voucher. So AI robot telling you wrong is worth more than maggots raining upon your head.
What if AI is on our side? What if AI is for the working man? What if all these companies go AI and then it turns into them being anti-corporate greed and just like makes all kind of chaos for the 1%ers?
So you're saying that AI has become a Bruce Springsteen song,
or Robin Hood?
Listen,
hey man, who knows?
I can only imagine like the headaches. Like, Comcast AI bot. If I cancel my cable, will you give me free cable for a year? And I'm sure there's someone that's going to like have some sort of hacking algorithm thing to make this thing say certain things. You can't hold the AI thing responsible. It's not sentient.
Why not?
If you put it on your website, absolutely.
Yeah, if the company is putting it out there, Just like they would put a human being out there. If the human being tells you wrong information, you're entitled.
And let's be honest though, Comcast, they're probably going to tell you wrong information anyways.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
Not the best customer service.
But Chris, it's like at the Goodwill store that you work at, when you go and take the little pricing gun and you put $3.99 on a pair of socks, and that pair of socks was actually $10.99. It's going to get to the register. Hey, this was mislabeled. This is not the price. I'm sorry. It's the same thing with AI. Exactly.
You have to, if it's not correct, you have to bow to the customer and give them that price.
See, this is why I'm not a business owner, because
this is why
the customer is always wrong. The customer is always wrong. I'm right.
I agree, but I also
Sometimes,
don't care about CBS's money, so
maybe you don't say where you work.
Yeah,
Maybe you don't.
I don't care.
Dox yourself.
Yeah. Notice I said Goodwill, which your skill level is about on par. So
I was working at the same place when we started this podcast, and everybody knew.
It's like what's that?
I don't give a shit. Come see me. I'll sign autographs.
Oh boy. Hey kids, here's what not to be when you grow up. Stay in school, Chris Green.
Yes, please.
Yes. All right. So you guys side with the company. You think they should honor what the AI screws up?
Yes.
Yeah, if you have it on your site, absolutely.
What if it's like a really jacked up AI? Like, have you seen the Google one where people were typing in what's it called, Gemini, and they would type it in show me a picture of a Viking, and every Viking looked like Whoopi Goldberg. It's like that's not right.
That's funny.
I did see a. It's one of them Onion pages. It's not the Onion there. They posted, not to get political, but it was somebody asked AI to do Clarence Thomas, and they finally put out a white guy.
It's probably like Babylon Bee or something like that, which is
yes, I think it was. Yeah,
it's the conservative Onion. Which, by the way, I love that we have two satire. We have, are you left leaning? We go to the Onion. Are you right leaning? You have Babylon Bee. I love that. We're so divided as a country. Our satire has to have right and left now. And then you have people like Chris who just should be stripped of all voting rights.
Probably.
I'm sure there's some irregularities.
Your vote doesn't count, so whatever.
Well, Chris.
Not in Virginia.
Chris is allowed to vote now. He's a convicted felon, and he's got his voting rights restored. That's okay.
I'm not a convicted felon.
Not in this country.
He pled.
Yeah.
He pled to a misdemeanor.
What's it? It's called an Alfred plea, I think, where you can. There's enough evidence to convict me, but I'm not saying that I'm. Is that what an Alfred plea is?
It's when you plead. You saying you're innocent, but you plead guilty.
How is it named Alfred? Did a butler named Alfred kill a bunch of people?
I guess whoever the first person that had that plea, that's what their name was. I don't know.
All right, hold on. I'm going to bring up Alfred plea here so we can get the.
So it's basically just to let you out of jail without them saying you're innocent, but they know you're innocent. Basically,
it says the Alfred plea, also called a Kennedy plea in West Virginia. Oh, that says a lot. Is a guilty plea in criminal court whereby a defendant in a criminal case does not admit to the criminal act and asserts innocence, even if the evidence presented by the prosecution would be likely to persuade the judge or jury to find the defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. So I think it was some amount of what the two of us said.
It goes both ways, though. I guess I don't know.
Oh, it's like Chris. It goes both ways. Okay. Was it born that way?
Also, that says Alfred, not Alfred.
Alfred, whatever. Either way, if you name a kid Alfred or Alfred, either way, he's
That's a pretty common last name.
It's Alfred, yeah. But this is who was this named after originally, and why is it a Kennedy plea in West Virginia? This comes from North Carolina versus Alfred in 1970. Henry Alfred had been indicted on the charge of first-degree murder in '63. Okay, you know what? it's a murder charge. I'm going to go ahead and stop that case right there for the sake of that family. I'm not making fun of a murder.
Well, the West Virginia case was probably like some incest stuff, so they didn't want them to be like have their name tied to the rest of them.
So yeah,
like, let's separate ourselves from Alfred.
Was this a different branch of the Kennedys? You know, like some families have like that branch of the tree that goes awry. Like in Central Virginia, in the Charlottesville area, there's I learned this when I worked there. There was the last name Shiflett is very popular. You have Shiflets that have one F, two Fs. There's some with one T, some with two T's, and there's certain sects of them that you can tell who you're dealing with by how that last name is spelled. It's actually really funny. There's like a rogue branch. Now I forget how that one was spelled. But there's like a rogue branch of Shiflets that you would see show up in the paper. Is this like the rogue branch of Kennedys? Like these weren't like, you know, Kennebunkport Camelot Kennedys. These were West Virginia, you know, Marlboro smoking Kennedys, you know?
Damn it. Chris came back.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a joke, but when you were done talking. I'm sure you'll freeze again.
And now the moment's passed. Like women say to Chris all the time, and now the moment's passed.
Jesus.
All right, well, speaking of moments passed, and last thing before we get out of here, I want to
get to Kentucky, right?
Yeah.
You want to get to that story?
The Kentucky. Oh yeah, Chris. If you ever do get married, which you probably won't, unless they legalize marriage to raccoons, also could be Kentucky. Where would you get married?
On the beach somewhere.
I picture Myrtle Beach with cigarette butts.
Probably Outer Banks, just because it's closer and more affordable.
Okay. Scotty, what about you? When you find the right man and settle down, where would you get married?
At a sports book. Let's go. No, I don't know.
There you go.
I don't want to be like. I don't want to do a crazy wedding if I ever get married. Something small, quick.
I can actually see you getting married at a sports book. I feel like whatever woman that marries you has to like know that like there's going to be a parlay on that wedding night. It's going to be like the only fireworks is like, will University of Illinois Chicago cover 7 points at Chicago State? You know, like that's going to be the.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
I'll have the underdog, and then we'll go to overtime, and I'll lose like always.
Both of your weddings sound a lot more extravagant. Well, I got married traditionally in the church, and I surprisingly did not burst into flames. I was sure that was going to happen, but
that's how we know he's not real.
Well, I think his wife probably had a lot to do with that.
Yeah. Well, there's a Kentucky couple. I saw this story on Outkick who got married in a gas station. And they told the haters, we're famous. Don't mind Dan Dockage there, who was in the video below us there. But the Kentucky couple, Logan and Tiana Hope Abney, who's a mother of 6, according to her Facebook page, tied on Valentine's Day at the Hop Shop convenience store in Verona, Kentucky, that claims to have one of the coolest bathroom experiences in the world of convenience stores. Dubbed the disco bathroom with the red button, the Valor gas station bathroom that Tiana works at served as the wedding chapel for the Abney wedding last week, where the happy couple said, "I do," while positioned in the men's room. And this is a photo. I'm not sure if this is mother of the bride right here or just some transient hobo that they found outside in the blue dress. But yes.
They're dressed a lot better than I thought they would be.
Well, you know,
I thought there would be flannel everywhere.
No, that's a Midwestern thing, you know. The thing is, the camera didn't pan down to the shoes. You can always tell a Kentuckian by the shoes or lack thereof. So
that must be where they had their first kiss. It was probably in that bathroom.
Those are probably a lot of first things in that bathroom.
A lot of first. Yeah. That's probably where kid number 6 was received and delivered.
This takes
So-
multitasking to a whole nother level.
Ryan,
they're like
as you
they're like on the
through-
app ordering like lunch.
We gotta send Ryan to this bathroom. We gotta do it.
They got married in the back. You know what? They should have had Ryan officiated while on the commode. He could have officiated the bathroom. Officiated the ceremony via Skype. It would have been
So
great.
have y'all seen like the videos of people in bathrooms and they hit a button and it turns into like a disco ball or whatever?
Yeah.
I think
I
that's
don't
what that
want
bathroom
Those
was.
people in the bathroom.
so.
For one.
I think this was one of them bathrooms because if you look at it, it's like purple and dark and black lights and shit.
So they got married in the bathroom. Do you think they consummated the wedding in the beer cooler? Is child
I don't
number
know.
is child
I don't
number
think
7
about
going to be conceived out back by the dumpster? And where did they register? Did they register on pump 6, or was it pump 3? You know,
Does the kid get free Slurpees for life?
sir, that is not a 7-Eleven. They did not have a trademark.
Well,
They're gonna-
they had the little ices,
Yeah,
whatever.
Icy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
that's when you know that you're in a poor gas station when it has ices. You know,
That's what Wawa
Yeah.
is.
I don't fuck with those things. You know, when's the last time someone cleaned one of those? There's probably a whole new
Never.
breeding ground of bacteria in those.
That's probably where they were born.
Do these children have like any hope in the world? Like, you know, you go to career day. Oh, what does your dad do? Oh, he's unemployed. What does your mom do? She works at the gas station. And mom and dad got married in the gas station. And my brother was conceived at the gas station.
I have a
What's the
sneaking
kid's name?
suspicion that those kids look like the people from The Hills Have Eyes.
What's the kid's name? Jethro, without a doubt.
Cletus.
Yeah.
Cletus.
If it's a girl, Myrna. Has to be Myrna. Or Brandy with an I at the end.
Did they go to Walmart for the honeymoon?
Bass Pro Shop.
Where's- Yeah. Oh yeah. Nah, that might be 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, I give them a little bit more credit. They're registered at Cabela's. Doesn't Cabela's have that seafood restaurant inside there?
No, it's Bass Pro.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. What do you give them? Do you give them like some bait and tackle? Like, is it the kind of gas station that has like night crawlers that you can just get bait and you can go fishing? I'm intrigued by this gas station.
Just a case of Mountain Dew. Call it a day.
Nice.
You know the amount of Mountain Dew that like hillbillies used to drink back in the day was like a severe public health problem. Like they were all like losing their teeth because they were just drinking Mountain Dew constantly.
Yeah, remember when everybody said it made your penis smaller?
I mean, look at Chris. Actually, you know what? Now we can really test the Mountain Dew penis theory. We have the pants for baseball now. We need to get one team and just give them Mountain Dew for the whole season. And I would like to go ahead and volunteer.
Do before and
You're
after
gonna
pictures.
volunteer to be the measure.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, no, that's no.
You wouldn't be able to tell
That's
anyways.
what you're gonna say, Leon.
No. We can go ahead and get the Yankees signed up for that, you know. And I'm sure they would love some more advertising. Get a little Mountain Dew jersey patch right there. Actually, no, we need a really poor team. The A's. And Mountain Dew is green. It goes in their color scheme. You know, like we named the Coliseum, whatever the hell it is, Septic Tank Coliseum now to Mountain Dew Coliseum. Put a jersey patch on there. And we see the effects of Mountain Dew on the Oakland A's over the course of a season.
Or maybe the Padres, so they can actually pay their payroll.
By the way, I love that the Padres have already lost. I assume that they lost. Last time I saw it was an 8-2 spring training game. So the more things change, the more they stay the same for them. So, yeah. All right. Well, last story before we get out of here. The cover of our episode is Golf Store Camp Out or Golf Store Camping, whatever the fuck it is.
You made it.
There is I was also There is a PGA Superstore. Are you guys familiar with the PGA Superstore?
I heard we got one coming to Short Pump.
Correct. There's one coming to the west end of Richmond, actually opening up on Saturday. PGA Superstore is quite massive. We've been to Golf Galaxy, we've been to Dick's. This is nothing on the PGA Superstore. There's one in Fairfax now, but before that, the nearest one was Myrtle Beach. Quite nice. Golfers' dream. They love it. The one in Short Pump is opening up Saturday at 9 a.m. And I've seen commercials that they're giving away $30,000 in golf apparel and golf goods over the weekend. I don't know if it's apparel, if it's gift cards, if it's clubs. I don't know. Now, we have a mutual friend who's a big golfer. And this gentleman is quite stupid. His citizenship may or may not be valid.
That might be racist.
Who found a 4-year-old post on Reddit from when they opened in Austin, Texas. And this 4-year-old Reddit post said they were giving away iron sets and drivers and all kinds of golf accoutrement at the opening. So he said, you know what? People are going to be camping out, man. I'm going to crash your place. We got to get there early. They open at 9 a.m. He wants to get there at 6 a.m. Now he's thinking about camping overnight for a golf store open.
It is going to be really nice weather this weekend, right?
I guess it could be 72 degrees and sunny. I'm not sleeping in front of a goddamn golf store.
I might
It's like
do it
his
just
black-
for shits and giggles. Let's go.
It's like his Black Friday.
If I didn't have to be at work on Saturday morning, I would definitely do it just
He
for
would
fun.
probably pay you more than you're making at work to sit in that line for him overnight.
Probably not wrong.
You may want to call him. But I figured I'd stop by there on the way home today. And I took a look and I took a picture for the privacy of those involved. I'm not going to post it on here. But there were 2 tents in front of the store.
Already?
2 tents.
Holy shit.
They opened Saturday morning at 9 a.m. And I saw 2 broy looking guys in front of the second tent. The first tent was there yesterday because I saw their Facebook post. There's nothing in the world that I'm camping out for that long.
White
What
people.
if it was some super limited bourbon?
Not even that. It could be
Wow.
2004 Britney Spears promising sex to everyone. I'm not camping out in front of that. Maybe.
If it was Blake Lively, I might.
Mike Lively?
Blake Lively.
Oh, well.
Ryan Reynolds' hot wife.
Okay. Well, what would you camp out for? Is there anything that you would conceivably camp out for? Overnight.
Yeah.
What store? I'm talking about store.
Free shit at Best Buy. Why not?
There's no physical media at Best Buy anymore. What are you getting for free? TV, I guess?
Yeah.
It's not even worth it anymore. You can buy a shitty big screen TV for $300 now. Everyone has.
Oh,
When you
free
leave,
apartment. I would
order-
camp outside for a free apartment.
there's no apartment store, dumbass. There's no store you can go to buy apartments.
There are lots of people that would camp outside for a free apartment.
They're called the homeless.
Yeah.
Have you been to Denver recently, sir?
I don't fucking know, man.
Go drive to downtown Richmond. Yeah. So there's no store. What about I don't know. You
I don't
smoke.
get excited for anything.
You smoke a lot of cigarettes. What if there's like a new opening of Cigarette World, and they were giving out 500 packs to the first 500 people?
No, I wouldn't camp out for any sports tickets either. No, I got nothing.
Not cigarettes.
No.
What about really shitty rum?
No.
Wow.
I can afford to buy that myself.
Chris is growing. Look at him moving up in tax brackets. He might pay $1 in taxes this year. Look at that.
I got to do my
I'm not
taxes.
violent.
Damn it.
Scotty, what about you, sir? What would you camp out for?
Nothing.
There's
No stores, for
nothing
sure.
that would tempt you.
Maybe a free car.
But
I don't know if I'd do that.
Opens up. Maybe they give you a free lease for 3 months. Would you camp out?
No, free lease for 3
Probably
months?
not.
Fuck no.
They're not going to give you a car for a year
Why not?
because they don't
Depending on
trust
the weather. If the weather's okay, maybe. But if it's cold, no, I'm good.
Scotty. $4,000 in free bets at the Hollywood. Camping out overnight. Are you getting there on Thursday?
Am I guaranteed to get those free bets if I camp out?
You're getting some free bets. Don't know
If it's a guarantee, yeah, I might do that. But no, if it's just a chance, no, fuck that.
okay.
Because if I don't get it, I'm just gonna be mad the whole time.
I think I would camp out for. I honestly think I might do it if it was a Buc-ee's, and I get that we're getting a Buc-ee's, but I need one like to be closer to me. I might camp out for a Buc-ee's, and I need
Camp out for what?
the brisket and beer and the jerky. If I can get like $500 in like Buc-ee's gift cards, I
Sure.
need to camp out there.
You're not far off from that Kentucky couple.
Hey, Buc-ee's the best bathrooms in America, sir. Much better than that bathroom. I would get married in the Buc-ee's bathroom before that one. I can tell you that.
Well, maybe you'll renew your vows there.
Yeah, you can renew your vows at a Buc-ee's.
Second wife, Vegas wife. First wife,
Yeah.
not so much. But Vegas wife, after the first wife leaves me, Vegas wife might get married at a Buc-ee's. They got to get one
Jeez.
data first. So, all right. On that unfortunate note, we must come to a end here. Scotty, where can we find this absolute travesty? If you've made it this far, by the way, 106 minutes and 30 seconds in, or 1 hour, 6 minutes and 30 seconds in, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, congrats on making it this far. But yeah, get the link down there. YouTube, please go subscribe. You can find us on just about all the socials at Let's Not Do This Podcast.
Nice. By the way, no one commented. Did you notice the change in the color of the bar there and of our names?
Wahoo!
Yeah, I think I did notice that. I didn't know it was a color. I knew something looked different.
That is not
UVA
Wahoo.
orange.
That
UVA
is
orange.
It's
That's-
tick orange.
that's papaya, which is the color of the McLaren racing team, sir.
That's-
Brilliant
That's the
English.
sound. That's the sound all 74 points made for Virginia Tech. Papaya. Every 3 hit.
F1 season is around the corner. Testing has begun. McLaren, England, papaya. Let's go. All right.
Bubba
On that-
Wallace.
Go what?
Go Bubba Wallace.
Get the hell out of here. Later.